September began with the visit of early season promotion hopefuls Solihull Moors. It was the first ever meeting of the two clubs, but unfortunately the match itself didn't live up to its billing, with this Enzio Baldwin effort the best of the first half action. The away side came close to taking the lead after the break when Jamie Osborne rattled Sam Slocum's crossbar with a well-struck free kick. Notts then hit the woodwork themselves when Christian Dennis found himself in a good position after some clever link-up play with Kyle Wootton, who was making his full debut. It was a match which always looked destined to finish goalless, and that was confirmed when Damien McCrory headed over late on. Right back Dion Kelly-Evans was on the end of this strong tackle in the Solihull stalemate, and despite not suffering any repercussions, it prompted Neil Ardley to bring in another option in that position. Richard Brindley was the man who got the call, with the manager a long-time admirer of the 26-year-old who had spent the previous season at Bromley.
He was actually on our original list of 50-odd that we had. As I say, I liked him when I was at Wimbledon and watched loads of him. So there's lots of players through your own experience that you like. Obviously we spoke to the guys, the owners, and very much all on the same page there. And I had him watched a couple of times. He played for Portsmouth in pre-season games and I had him watched a couple of times by people I trust, and they come back to me and said all day long.
Brindley wasn't the only one to head north to Nottingham that day, as Ebbsfleet midfielder Sean Shields checked in on loan to add more National League experience to the squad. The Magpies had won on their two previous trips to Gander Green Lane, which had both been in the FA Cup. However, their first league encounter in South London started badly as they fell behind after just 11 minutes when Harry Beautyman nipped in at the back post to make it 1-0.
And takes on the fullback, gets a crossing right across the back post and put in by Beautyman, and Sutton have the lead in the 11th minute.
After the interval, the visitors rallied, and following some neat interplay, Kyle Wootton found himself with an opportunity to grab his first Notts goal.
And now it's with Wootton, 25 yards out, thinking about a shot, hits, whoa, what a goal! Really good strike. And Notts have an equaliser 7 minutes after half-time.
Having levelled, the away side then went in search of all 3 points, but were denied by two wonderful saves from Jamie Butler in the Sutton net as it finished all square. Halifax were next up at Meadow Lane, with the visitors flying high in second place, but that would count for nothing on the day, with Ardley's men taking the game to their opponents right from the off.
Enzio Baldwin has it, that's good from Notts in the middle of the park, gives it to Wes Thomas, who turns away from his man, he has space to shoot, he does shoot, and draws a save out of the goalkeeper. The keeper was heading to his right, thinking that was the corner that Thomas was going to pick out, and when Thomas hit it straight down the middle, it nearly wrong-footed him, but the keeper did well. Here come Notts down the right-hand side with Thomas bearing down on the Halifax defence, doesn't get there. Michael Doyle flies in, catches his man in the back of the knee afterwards as well. I think he's gone, yes he is. Michael Doyle with a straight red, his second of the season, and it's only the middle of September. Enzio has it on the right wing, he's got the overlap from Brindley. Falls back though as he's surrounded by Halifax players. It's now to Jim O'Brien, tries to slide it in towards Thomas, does do, Thomas through on goal, good save by the keeper, falls to Wootton, Notts have the lead, 10-man Notts have the lead, at the Cop end as well, against the run of play, who cares, Kyle Wootton's got 2 in 2 games, 57 minutes on the clock, Notts 1, Halifax 0.
Fantastic finish from Kyle Wootton, but fantastic play by Notts.
Looking for what would only be a 3rd win of the season so far and a 2nd here at home, and given that they've been down to 10 men, as there's a lovely ball from Wootton into Thomas. Thomas had a great opportunity to double the lead. We've played the 5 minutes of additional time now. They'll launch it long again, and the referee blows his full-time whistle. 10-man Notts County beat Halifax by a goal to 0.
Like Halifax, Bromley had begun the season strongly, going undefeated in their opening 11 games. And it didn't take long for Neil Smith's side to stamp their authority on this one, with Alfie Doherty putting the hosts ahead inside the first 2 minutes. Notts were feeling the heat on a red-hot day in the capital, but did draw level before the break when Kyle Wootton made it 3-3 with this curling effort. However, that was to be as good as it got, with Bromley snatching the 3 points thanks to a fizzing Sean Mikulski volley. Young defender Sam Graham had returned to his parent club Sheffield United ahead of this one after being ruled out for the season. And there was to be more bad news on the injury front as Jim O'Brien left the field needing gas and air following a double fracture and dislocation of his arm. That would be his last action for 2 months. Three days later, the Magpies travelled south once again, with Boreham Wood the opposition this time. O'Brien's injury meant a second start of the season for homegrown winger Sam Osborne, and it would be a chance he took with both hands.
It's going to be with Sam Osborne, who'll shoot from range and drag his effort about 2 yards wide of the right-hand post. As Thomas puts some pressure on the Boreham Wood defence, forces an error. He's got it, approaches the edge of the area, loads of time to pick his shot, does shoot, it's saved, but Enzio's there, he's hit the post, and now it's gone in. He hit the far post, it bounced back along the goal line, and then I think it hit the goalkeeper and went in. It was one of those freak moments. It could have hit a defender there on the line as well. The only thing that matters is that it did go over the line in the end. Not the cleanest of goals, but Notts have the lead here with 4 minutes to go before the break. Here is Osborne now, he bears down on the edge of the penalty area, takes it past a man and shoots and scores! Oh, what a finish from Sam Osborne, who bends the ball into the top corner. A brilliant finish from the Notts youngster. 67 minutes on the clock. He celebrates with the travelling Magpies supporters.
He picked up the ball 35 yards out with his left foot, allowed the ball to run over it, run across his body, showed a little bit of strength to work it onto his right foot, and then that lovely finish that you like to see from 20-25 yards out.
Notts were made to sweat when Tyrone Marsh pulled one back from the penalty spot with 6 minutes to go, but Ardley's men hung on, making it a night to remember for young Aussie.
I know it's something you dream of, isn't it? Scoring your first career goal, just buzzing to get it.
That victory coincided with a move to Nottingham Forest's home road training facility, having been based at Trent University's Clifton campus since the start of pre-season. Finding a suitable long-term base had been a top priority for the new owners, and the agreed lease would spell the start of a fresh friendship between the two neighbouring clubs, much to the delight of head groundsman Matt Hallam, whose team had been working hard to get the pitches ready.
It's been absolutely brilliant to have this. Got to say massive thanks to Forest for working with the owners and giving us this, and like I said, it will just benefit the lads going forward.
And the benefits were evident once more when filed with the visitors to Meadow Lane, as more than 9,000 fans came through the turnstiles in response to cut price ticketing, all of whom will have been impressed by what they saw.
Got time, finds Booty, and he plays it infield to Rawlinson, who stepped out of defence. Fires a pass into Wes Thomas, who does well to control it and turn his man and weave into the penalty area and shoot and score! How about that for an individual effort from Wes Thomas, who salutes the thousands in attendance here this afternoon at Meadow Lane. 18 minutes on the clock. Lovely individual goal from Notts number 7, who gets his third of the season. It's the Magpies 1, the Coasters 0. It's with Mitch Rose in the other centre circle, rolls it through to Osborne, opens his body, and now Cruyff turns and gets away from his man. He's going to have another go from range. He aimed for the top corner. To Bradley, to Duxbury on the left wing, Brindley in front of him, he's running at him, cuts in on his right foot, it's deflected to the back post. Is Williams onside? He was, but the goalkeeper makes a really good save, and really, Fylde should be level. Regan Booty, the man who will take this corner, right hand up in the air, signalling something. It's an in-swinger, it's not a bad ball as well, and Notts have their second of the game. Damien McCrory is the man who gives it to them as well. His first goal for Notts County. Edge of the 6-yard box, couldn't miss, didn't miss, and that gives Notts some much needed breathing space. They're 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go.
That second successive win lifted Notts up to 8th in the table at the end of September, and a good run of form was to continue into the following month.